Hello everyone and welcome back to Urban Rush. You are about to see the definition of bad poker face.
And it's not from our guest.
No.
Lacey Jones is a poker champ. She's going to be teaching us some Texas Hold'em because the BC Poker Championships are happening over the weekend at the River Rock Casino. Lacey, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for coming today.
We're looking forward to learning from the pro.
So you've been playing since you were a kid. How old were you when you first started playing poker?
I was about 5 years old with the whole family. We'd get together and play poker.
Love your family.
Did you have a little visor?
No, it was just great. The women in my family are always the better players than all the men. My grandmother always could read, my grandfather and everybody else, and it was just fun.
So you never had that idea that women would ever have a problem getting into the poker world?
So in college too, I made more money than I did bartending, playing at the frats and taking everyone's money. And
so funny.
It was just always fun, something that was installed as a child.
And then your first professional poker tournament, you were there, is this true, as a model? And then
Yes.
How did that all work?
I was living in LA after I graduated from college.
I mean, I can see how the modeling works, but I mean, the transition from...
Well, my agent knew that I had been playing poker and some side games that they had. There's a lot of home games that goes on in LA with a lot of directors and people, a lot of people with money that don't know how to play.
Yay!
More money for me. So ended up that there was an ESPN tournament. It was for charity, for cystic fibrosis, and they had me on, and they just wanted me just to wear a shirt, take some photos with some people, and then bust out and be on like the radio and talk to some people.
Did you end up stealing their shirts?
I stayed throughout the whole tournament. I bubbled, and it was about 360 people. I got 32nd, so I
What
almost
does bubbling mean?
It's right when you're on the money, like where they start to pay out, and they paid out 30, and so I got 32nd. But everyone was talking about who's this female that actually can play, and she's a model, and I got approached by a sponsor, and they coached me to pro level and started playing the World Series.
Lacey, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but people probably look at you and go, well, she's hot.
She's too pretty to play poker.
I mean, do you use that as an advantage when you play professional?
Always. In Las Vegas, where I live
I'm
now,
pretty blonde.
You get the tourists that are drunk and they see a girl and they think maybe I have a boyfriend playing in a higher limit or I'm just trying to kill some time. And I get a lot of action that way.
You're a shark.
I'm sure you do. Now, Texas Hold'em, of course, has become hugely popular over the last few years. That is the game to play, right?
Well, right now, I mean, I definitely love playing 7-card stud, and I think Omaha's really starting to pick up. But I think horse is going to be the next game that everyone's going to really look at as the one to really see who's the champion in poker. But Hold'em got really popular in 2003 with Moneymaker, and it's just gone crazy.
All right,
well,
we're going to play.
It's such a fun sport to watch, you know, like because everybody assumes that they can do it as well as the people that are sitting around the table. Oh no, I know I can't do it as well. This is why I don't actually gamble very often.
So we're going to play Hold'em, Lacey, and I am going to be not only playing with Lacey, getting her advice and playing against you.
That's right.
How you feeling going in, Cowboy?
That's right. Well, you know what? I have very low expectations, so I can only exceed them.
So where do we begin here? I have to say, I should probably say that I only learned how to play Hold'em this summer, so I am actually really bad. And I'm not bluffing you.
All right, so we deal out. What do we do? Stop talking. Let's go.
So usually we'd have a dealer button, but we're just going to make you go first.
Do you do a lot of, you travel around and actually talk to a lot of women as well about playing the game?
I do. I try to encourage more women to play poker because it's one of those things that during the World Series, this main event, there was only 2% of women that played. And we still had women go so far. And so it's just sheer numbers that you haven't seen more women win.
Right.
But we just had Annette Obstrad, who just won the World Series of Europe. So that was huge for us, just to get more women to see, hey, we can play the game. We've actually got a gut instinct installed in us. We've been reading men our entire lives. So this is something we should all be playing.
Do you need any sort of mathematical ability to be good at poker? Does it help?
Yes, it definitely helps. It is a lot of math, but in a sense, it's something that you can just drill in certain numbers and just know right away. If you're not good at math, it's not like you can never play.
I'm not good at math.
Well, it's the reading people that puts an element into the game that really takes it to a different level.
That's the game. Remember, you told me to stop talking and then blah.
So what are we doing here? Are we doing blinds or anything, or just?
You're gonna, if your hand's good, you're gonna go ahead and post.
Okay. And what are we posting? Does it matter?
Let's just make it 25.50. So you're gonna post 50.
Okay.
All right. There we go. 50.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and look at our cards.
Okay.
And we're gonna bet.
Okay. There we go.
With that, we're going to raise.
Oh, I see. All right.
So it's only, what, 75 more to go.
All right. I'll do that.
All right.
Okay. So what happens now?
All right. So now we get the flop. And it's your turn to bet.
100.
So what happens now? I forget the language
here. You can either
here.
fold or call or raise.
Call or raise. Okay.
Now,
call.
if I were you, I'd probably just raise just to see where you're at in the hand.
Okay. So we'll go.
So we're going to call.
So that's the match, and then whatever you want to go, Tiger.
3-1.
You got ice in your veins.
Oh, he's going for it.
Do you have to have ice in your veins to play? I mean, you
Yes.
must have to pick your moments. And not only that, you were telling us earlier, some games can go like 14 hours.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What does exhaustion do to you at some point?
Oh,
when
I mean,
you're
it
playing
definitely
these
affects the
tournaments?
way that you're thinking through hands. I mean, there's so much you have to calculate, especially when you're watching the players, see what they bet, what hands they like to play, what position they're in. So you're absorbing so much information that once it gets towards the final hours of a tournament, that's where it's really crucial to be on point. So getting a good night's rest, eating well, and just making sure that
and
your
you're
endurance
talking
is
about
up.
Vegas. How many other people,
Rest
aside
and
from
eat
yourself,
well.
rest, eat well, and don't party the night before?
Not very many, but there are a lot of good pros that are very good at what they do, and they make sure that they don't go out. But there's the other ones that maybe all their friends are in town, they go out and party, they like to kind of show off a little bit, you know, get the
But
bottles
when
of
you're
Cristal.
up for how much money? Let's use this weekend as an example.
Yes.
What's at stake with what's happening at the River Rock?
Well, first place for this main event is over $600,000.
Yowzer.
That's huge. And so I'm not going to be doing anything but sleeping, working out, and eating, and just getting ready to win the whole tournament. But even just, they had a $1,000 no limit just 2 days ago, and that was over $140,000. So
Yeah, I mean, if you
It's a lot of money. You can party later and probably afford the champagne that you're going to buy.
I forget where we are. I forget whose turn it is.
Is it
I think
Miss
it's
Anya?
mine.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna check.
Yeah, check.
And checking means what again?
I'm not betting.
He's
He's
I'm
not betting.
throwing it over
He's
to you
not
to see what
folding, and
you
he's
do.
not betting. Okay, so
Why don't we just throw in
I'd say yeah.
You know what? Only for TV. How much?
Oh, for TV.
Only for TV. Hey.
Are you sure about that? You
No,
wanna get
I know I'm
two
going to get
women
work, but that's
on
all
TV?
right.
And the river.
Yeah, I'm going to check again.
Well,
Not that it matters at this
I'd
stage.
say all in. I'm going with Lacey.
Fine! I practiced my move before I came up.
So now who shows their cards first?
Well, he called us, so we have to show our little mini bluff. But
Please
we
don't
did
be
hit
a
the
queen
river.
or an
It
ace.
was a mini bluff.
Oh, you see, you got the river.
And we got it.
We
Yeah, I know. Unbelievable.
You know, I just have to say, girls rule.
Yeah, this is
uh,
fun.
This
This
would
is
be
the best part, though. It's like when you
Lacey,
take all the
because
chips.
our little Urban Rush tournament is over, we can go buy the shampoo.
Say,
now.
ladies, would you buy a man some Cristal?
Well, no. If you want to watch some great poker, of course, the River Rock is where you can do that. You can also play yourself if you dare. The VC Poker Championships are happening the 18th through the 25th at the River Rock. It is a no-limit main event. If you want to check out, well, Lacey's going to be there. When are you playing?
I'll be playing on Friday.
Friday.
There's 2 days to play. There's Thursday and Friday since there's so many people, so you can choose which one you'd like to play. And
Yeah, and of course you
What a
can
ton of
practice
fun
your
running it back.
skills, if you have any,
Thanks,
perhaps
Lacey.
like Michael,
Appreciate
at
it.
the River Rock.
Would have had you. Damn river card.
We're going to take a break and we'll be back with more Urban Rush right after this. Stay tuned.
So what I was thinking was, okay, that was perfect.